Yes, this was my first idol anime, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. As a whole, I would say it's definitely better than I expected. My assumptions was that it'd be all about performance and singing, and that's my own bias. But I definitely thought it was gonna be like the anime Dance with the Devils, where there is music and singing every so often, so I'm kinda glad that it isn't, because I definitely dropped that one. Thankfully, Oshinoko is different. It's from the creator of Love is War, which is another very popular anime. And if you haven't seen Oshinoko, I recommend watching it, coming back to my review, and then continuing to season 2. So, with the new season 2 release, I had to ask myself, is it worth it? It's an interesting concept because you don't really get to see teen pregnancy, specifically in animes. I haven't seen many. Then you layer it with an idol lifestyle, which we all know has restrictions on relationships, who you talk to, where to go, how many hours you do such things, your looks, your appearances, and that definitely adds up to a new concept. The first episode was so good, it was basically a movie. It was almost like an hour and a half, if I'm not mistaken. I will say that the one scene that stuck out the most to me was at the end of the first episode. It was sad that in the last moments of Ai's life, she had to continue being an idol and put the killer's feelings first. While she was stabbed and bleeding out in front of her child, she still cared for her fans. And I thought that was how they were setting the tone for the whole show. But after that, I almost dropped it because it was kind of boring. It was cute, fun, light, but a little indifferent. Like, you can get that from any other anime. Except for when I got to episode 6, things started building up when we see what the industry can do to people. Specifically with Akane, we got to see her character develop, and we see things from her perspective and how the industry isn't always so nice to everyone. That's also when we get to see Aqua's skills of manipulation or fixing situations, which I'm not gonna lie, is definitely giving Love is War, deep thinking, making moves like you're playing chess like Classroom of the Elite. So as a whole, I didn't hate the anime, but it's probably not going on my top list. I wish I could see more growth from Aqua, if I'm gonna be honest. I also wish I could have seen more conversations between Aqua and Kana because the banter that they have is so great. You got to see the real side of each one during those conversations. And I'm not even asking for like more romance between the two. I just think that their banter is really nice. I also think that Kana would be the only one to challenge Aqua and bring his humanity out, which we don't really get to see much of. He kind of just plays the character working in the background manipulating situations. Now, would I recommend this anime to others? Probably not. And specifically, it's because I don't think this is everyone's cup of tea. But if you like music and idols and you have the patience, then I would 100% recommend it to you. It's kind of like Furin. I wouldn't recommend that to everyone because it's a little slower pace and some people would get bored. And it doesn't take away from the fact that it's still a good anime. It's just not for everyone, and there are still people who think that anime is just Dragon Ball Z, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, action-packed, colors, fight scenes every 10 seconds. And as great as all those animes are, this anime is not for those people. So, will this open me up to another idol anime? I don't know. I think it truly depends on the other stories told and the lens that it's told from. There wasn't much character development except for Akane, who learns to shield her true self in another character. There are a lot of characters, so I'm hoping we get to see each of them open up and grow, but if it was just an idol anime, I don't think I would have continued watching. Now, there are different stories going on simultaneously, which I loved, and I think it kind of helped me stick with the anime. There's the murder mystery, Aqua looking for Ai's killer, and their father. There's the idol slice of life, where you get to see people like Ruby trying to make her way into the industry. And then there's the idol industry, where you see people like Kana, who's been in the industry for so long, trying to make a name for herself outside of being a child prodigy. Then there's the revenge story, and even love triangles. I liked the different aspects and the different stories that were put into this anime, but I can see how some don't like having all of this kind of moshed together and all these different things going on at once. It's bound to slow down the speed of the anime. And it's kind of giving How I Met Your Mother, where the underlying plot is to figure out who I really was and their dad. We get to see the day-to-day as the underlying story unfolds. So I guess it's actually more like How I Met Your Father, he killed me, you have to go find him, and also you're gonna become an idol or an actor depending on which character you're looking at. Slice of life. I'm hoping season 1 was to build the world and give us more context, so that way the next season we can see a deeper side of each character. Which I know it's probably not easy with how many characters there are. And also, I can't tell if Aqua, aka Dr. Goro, has a sister complex or a mom complex. Either way, it's a little creepy, which they call out in the first episode. And it's also kind of odd that Aqua thinks he's such a bad actor, yet he's able to deceive others with his acting. Like when he acted as a scout to get info on another agency, when he acted like the chicken head guy to get Kana to listen to his critiques. I will say, if you can't handle a slow anime, do not watch this anime unless you really think you're gonna like the idol industry, but do not watch this anime if you are not ready to sit through 11 episodes, one of which is an hour and a half, that are mainly slow. This is not for you if you don't have the patience. Either way, I think I will watch season 2, but I'm definitely gonna wait for all the episodes to release so I can just binge through them, especially since I'm assuming they're also gonna be kind of slow. I would hate to watch it weekly to feel like I got nowhere in the plot. And if this is one of your favorite animes, you gotta give me details on why, because I would love to know someone who's a super fan of this anime. And if I had to rate this anime, I would give it like a 7 out of 10, which isn't bad. It's pretty good. So I'm hoping that season 2 will definitely raise my rating. But until then, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and join our growing community of anime fans. And hey, let me know in the comments who your favorite character is, and is this your cup of tea type of anime? We'll have to discuss this in the comments, but until next time, bye!